Very soon, humanity will reach a point of no return. Global warming is an issue of major concern in our current times. Food, water, and shelter is becoming more and more scarce around the world. We overharvest, we overpopulate, and we create more waste than any other species. We see and hear about it often. Media constantly reminds us of the seemingly inevitable reality that is global warming, resource scarcity, and other global issues. However, we are often told that the individual cannot do anything about it. We're told that this job is up to governments and large corporations, and to a certain extent, they're right. As individuals, it is difficult to bring about meaningful change in the grand scheme of things. So today, I would like to introduce you all to the concept of permaculture and the potential that it has to help alleviate not only global warming, but much more. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC for short, shows us the potential effects of climate change. We can expect to see temperature extremes, increased water scarcity, increased precipitation, among many other symptoms, most of which we're already experiencing. The negative impact on our world's biodiversity and oceans will be life changing. According to a study portrayed on panda.org, otherwise known as the Worldwide Fund for Nature, even at low estimates, between 200 and 20,000 extinctions occur every year. The majority of ecologists believe that we're in the sixth mass extinction seen on Earth. Now, as humans, our lives could change completely. Our society runs on capitalistic exploitation, pollution, and disgusting misuse of the Earth's resources. We do this through outdated methods that we have simply accepted as the only methods. Now, many around the globe are in need of food, water, and shelter. The ways we exploit our natural resources will be gone because we will no longer have resources. Permaculture offers a solution to many of Earth's problems. Permaculture can have many definitions to different people. For some, permaculture is a way of life, a philosophy, or an idea. Now, the Permaculture Research Institute provides a great definition. It states that permaculture integrates land, resources, people, and the environment through mutually beneficial synergies, initiating the no waste, closed loop system seen in diverse natural systems. And in other words, this means working with nature instead of against it. Now, this is nothing new. In fact, Bill Nolanson, the person who first coined the term permaculture, studied indigenous farming practices prior to his study. Many methodologies and practices ingrained in permaculture stem from those practices for hundreds of years all over the world. Now we have more knowledge that can be instilled into permaculture, and this allows us the ability to create greater overall change. It considers social frameworks, community economics, and local resources. And there are many ways to practice permaculture. This idea expands and adapts to all regions of the world and all living situations as it encourages thoughtful planning and designing to create self-sustaining agricultural systems. Knowledge Base, a permaculture organization in the UK, describes the three ethics of this idea as earth care, people care, and fair share. So in other words, caring for our earth and communities while recognizing that we have limited resources that should be shared. Now there are countless benefits to permaculture depending on how much we're willing to change as individuals. The ethics and ideals of permaculture are beneficial by nature, not only to us, but Earth as well. The concepts of permaculture work to wean people off of our industrialized and consumption-centric world, beginning at a personal level. And to replace this view, it teaches a new outlook on life that emphasizes ethical companionship with our natural world. It also orients people toward community as a staple of life. It teaches independence and at the same time mutual dependence from and to our communities. For example, if Bill grows lettuce and Sarah grows carrots, we now have this opportunity to trade and share our resources and at the same time build a more connected community. One study shows that medium to small scale sustainable farming accounts for 51% of the world's food, all of which are devoid of highly mechanized and chemically manufactured produce. Permaculture breeds inquisitive problem solving to our world's challenges, and it focuses on benefiting the earth. So, by practicing these methodologies that revolutionize how we eat, how we consume energy, and how we dispose of waste, we can gradually create a culture that values Earth and its resources. And this provides a positive cultural shift that will help us regain what we have lost through climate change and our own detrimental practices. The reality is that we live in a time desperate for change. We have brought our planet to the edge in every single way imaginable, and permaculture can be a solution. All in all, I have really only begun to unpack permaculture. There are many ways to practice this ideal, anything from a small windowsill herb garden to a huge 10-acre self sustaining farm can be permaculture if the correct ideals and practices are in place. And it's hard for one person to change the world. But if we all work together as a community that values and appreciates our resources, we will see positive change in our lifetime. I encourage you all to do your own research on this ideal and come up with ways that you can best serve Earth and